I'm G.
Hi, I'm T.
And so this is our first YouTube video, and we decided that we would start to document our journey because we thought maybe others would be on a journey similar to ours. So we're in our truck right now. We're in Northeast Tennessee, and wow, so it's a little story to tell. I know when you make YouTube videos, I guess they're supposed to be captivating and compelling and exciting, but we're just going to do the best we can here. It's our lives. To us, they're captivating and exciting and compelling and scary and all kinds of stuff. So we have known each other for over 25 years, and we were both married to other people, and we all were friends, and then we kind of went our separate ways, moved to different places, and years later we reconnected, not married to those other people anymore. And the thing about our history is we were always great friends and had great conversations and respected each other. And so about 3.5 years ago, we reconnected and we got married. And so here we are in our truck. And since then, we both had, well, before now, we both had long careers doing things that were challenging and taxing on our time and our minds, and but those things put us in a pretty good position, all said and done. And so it's now March 11th. We retired, both of us, November 10th, 2023, and we started looking for a piece of land to build on. Well, this has been a search for a little bit, and I'll tell you that if you're watching this video and understanding what we're saying, then that means you're old enough to speak and you've been around since COVID, so you know what's happened with real estate. And so it's been tough, and there's been some challenges along the way, family issues and things we've had to kind of navigate and negotiate through, and we're very blessed. We have good health, and we're in pretty good shape there, both in our middle 50s. And so here we are now looking for a piece of land because the house that we live in has a mortgage, and we don't want a mortgage. So we've kind of gotten into this barn-dominium concept and pricing some things out, and maybe a little bit more simplistic way of living. And we've decided that we could build a barn-dominium shell, wire it, plumb it, and insulate it, and just back our camper in there and live in it. And then as we continue to develop the inside of the building, which is wired, plumbed, and insulated, we have our camper, which has a bathroom, a shower, a kitchen, a living room, a bedroom. It's got everything we need, so we can just back that in that building. And instead of going into debt for hundreds of thousands of dollars, we can build this metal building and then develop the inside of it out of pocket as we kind of go along. So that's the general concept here. But man, it's been tough to find a piece of land. I mean, anything that we find that's in our price range is kind of like this. In other words, it's we're in mountainous, basically Appalachia here, and here I'm going to take the camera and show you. If you're not familiar with Appalachia, if you see them mountains up there, and mean, it's beautiful, and we love it here. But nobody's selling any land that is flat unless it's, $1 million. Now, it might not be $1 million, but
Might as well be.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're looking to spend, maybe $50,000 or $60,000. So we've been looking on Realtor.com and been working with a real estate agent and just trying all these different things. And what we're finding is that we need to be looking for off-market property. So maybe property that's for sale by owner that's not listed, because a lot of people either don't understand how to or to work with a real estate agent, or don't trust people in real estate. I mean, I don't have any commentary about that. I've done it both ways, and I think people are people, whether they're real estate agents or whomever they are. There's good people in everything, and there's some bad apples in everything. So, but I understand, there's distrust sometimes. So we think we may have found, we have a neighbor near where we live, and we love where we live, the area. I mean, the very specific little community where we live. There are about 6 of us back there. It's quiet, and so we have a neighbor who has 4 parcels of land. One of them has his house on it, and then there are 3 more that are contiguous to the house and each other that we approached him and asked him if he wanted to sell, and he said, nope, gotta buy the house too. Well, we're not house flippers, and we don't really want to buy the house, but we're trying to figure out if there's a way to do that, and so it's been a lot of conversation, prayer, just not trying to put a square peg in a round hole. So I don't know how this will work out or what we will end up doing, but for now we had a conversation with this neighbor today who has these 3 parcels that we would like, and we made a second offer that, through conversations with them, we have learned that would actually be helpful to them. And we learned that when we approached him the first time, we didn't tell him that we wanted to build on that land. So I don't think I think he was concerned about what we were going to do with it, and what kind of neighbors he might end up with. And when I say neighbors, I don't mean like we're 50 feet apart in a subdivision. It is subdivided land, but it's in the woods on the side of a mountain, and it's not really, what people are used to in the city. And there's
Look what we have to deal with. Hey, buddy, go home. Go home.
one of the endearing things about where we live. That little guy is an escape artist. They can't keep him in, and I think they just gave up. He's been just out roaming for a couple of weeks, but he doesn't go far. I guess the grass was greener on the other side. So, but anyway, so maybe this second offer, he's going to talk with his wife, and maybe that'll work out. But it's tough, man. If you're retired and you're looking for a way to maximize your retirement money and minimize your expenses. I mean, we used to shop at the big name grocery stores with, get all the name brand stuff. Now we shop at Aldi. And what we discovered is our normal grocery run that we do a big one once a month. And that was costing us about $400. And we started going to Aldi, and they're not name brands, but we found that they're as good, or in some cases better, than the name brand stuff that we were familiar with. So $400 turned into $200. Our truck that we're riding in right now is paid for. It's a 2015 Chevy Silverado High Country 1500, and our camper is a Grand Design XLS 17 MKE. So it's not a big camper. Its gross volume weight is about 6,300 pounds. Our truck pulls it just fine. And so all the things that we're trying to do are go toward the goal of, not being servant to the lender. I believe that's in a very well read and trusted book called the Bible, and it says the borrower is servant to the lender. And the word mortgage comes from the derivative word there is mort, which means death. And if you want to go, I'm not going to read you the definition, but if you want to go look up the word mortgage, or as we say mortgage, funny how we've taken the mort out of it. It's much more palatable to have all that debt if you call it mortgage instead of mortgage. But we don't want to have a mortgage. We don't want to be paying till we die, and we're not wealthy people. So there went a bunny hopping across the road. It is near Easter. Not sure what Easter's have to do with bunnies have to do with Easter,
either.
but anyway, maybe it was the Easter bunny.
And there's Squirrel.
Yep. Hey, Mr. Squirrel. So we don't want the mortgage. We don't want the debt. We don't want the high cost of low living anymore. And so we're trying to do some things differently. And when we were working, just like all of you who are working, we didn't have time to give the attention to our business that we were giving, because we were having to give that attention to someone else's business. And so now, at this point in life, we're able to give 100% of our time and attention to our business, which includes being of service to others. We have elderly parents that need our help. We have elderly neighbors that need our help, and I'm sure there are plenty of other places to volunteer and do service and those kinds of things. But the main thing now is to get out of debt, and it's a process. We're not going to do it overnight. It may take us a year or 2 years. I don't know. But the goal that we have is to be able to travel. This beautiful lady right here has had dreams all her life of traveling and all over the world. So she has a list of places she wants to go, and I want to go with her. So that's another thing about the building, is having the building and having the camper in it, even after we complete the inside of it to the point that it has living space as well as the garage for the camper. Gives us a safe and secure place to leave the camper if we're out of the country. And so we have family in Brazil. Parents own a beach house in Brazil. And so we have a wonderful opportunity to get to go down there and spend time, as well as other places. So all in all, this is what our goal is and what we're trying to do. And so as we watch a lot of YouTube, we've learned that it's funny what we like to watch. We like to watch what we would have thought would be the most boring things. Like what people are doing during their day. But we found that those things are very interesting to us, because the lives of other people are not too dissimilar from ours for the most part. I think everybody wants to do well and everybody wants to do right. and nobody wants to be in debt, and everybody wants to try to make the best decisions they can. So we're just introducing ourselves here, and there will be more to come as we go through this journey. We'd like to take you with us, and next time I make a video, I'm using my iPhone, I will turn it sideways so that you're not looking at a skinny video in the middle of the screen. And I'm sorry, I didn't think about that, although I knew better. So for now, we'll sign off, because behind us back there on the trailer, you can't really see it, but there's a pallet of stones that we're going to use on the property to spruce up the place a little bit and make it look nice, because, and it already does, it's beautiful here. I'll give you a little view. This is the house, and you can see the area. There's just nothing here. It's beautiful. And so it's you know, it doesn't really need a whole lot of our help, but we will be putting the house on the market, and want it to be, you know, we want it to look nice like we would like to see it. So we're going to make it look like we want it, and we think that'll be nice. And if somebody doesn't like that, they don't have to buy it. And so I guess that's all I got for today.
All I can say is stay tuned, because we don't even know what will happen.
No, we don't know. We don't have a clue. And we're not professional video makers here.
Nope.
She did make a video to submit to Survivor, the old TV show Survivor, and she was going to get on there, but she had some scheduling conflicts with her job and couldn't do it. So could have seen her on Survivor.
I would have won for sure.
She would have. She's very clever. Keeps me guessing. But anyway, no, she doesn't. She's great. She's my gift from God. So with that, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
And let's see.